Being so nice, aren't you? What did you build here? What are you making? Just something? Let's see what's going on in the world. Alan Spaulding walks. Well, what do you know? They don't say money buys miracles for nothing. But you didn't hear that from me, okay?
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Didn't I stay the night?
Oh, no, I didn't. Hi, Guy. How are you? I'm on my way to the office, but I wanted to talk to you about something first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing I wanted to talk to you about yesterday, but Nola was here, and so, I couldn't, and...
And just hear Vanessa out before you make any decisions.
Okay, well, you guys are acting like somebody died, so what's going on?
Well, you know that, Dinah has moved in with Roger Thorpe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't care about her at all. I mean, not at all. He's just using her to get back at me and Ross, but she's going to be his real victim.
Well, it's a shame, but that was her decision, so there's nothing we can do about it.
No, there is something I can do. I can stop him. If I play by his rules. I mean, I can stop him if I take away the one thing he cares about.
Okay, and what does that have to do with me? You want to use Peter to bail Dinah out. I'm not going to let you use Peter to bail her out. Look what you're building. That is beautiful.
Listen, this isn't Dinah's fault, this whole situation. You know Roger. You know the way he works. He charms people, he seduces people just so that he can get what he wants.
I understand that she's your daughter, but you're putting her welfare above his.
I don't think you really know what Vanessa suggests.
No, I mean, there's no way I would ever do anything to harm him.
We love Pete. I mean, if you're protecting with our lives, you know that.
Well, then this really makes no sense.
I wouldn't be asking this if it weren't really important.
Things are great right now, okay? Roger's been good to me. He's been great with Peter. He came over the other night just to sing him a lullaby.
Well, sure he did. That's my whole point. He loves Peter.
So why do you want to stir things up? You know how Roger can get. And besides, there is no guarantee that he's going to dump Dinah.
Well, I think he'll dump her. He didn't give a damn about her.
I don't give a damn about her. You know what? If she moved in with Roger, then she deserves exactly what she gets.
Bridget, just listen to Vanessa, okay? Understand where Vanessa's coming from. I mean, you know what it's like hooking up with the wrong guy. Come on.
Oh, good. You're going to give me a speech about what a loser skunk was. Great. Love to hear it. I don't understand what it has to do with Dinah, though.
You get hooked up with the wrong guy, you get a little reckless, and you do things you normally wouldn't do. Things you know aren't right.
But here's the difference, okay? When I get into trouble, I bail myself out. I don't expect other people to come and save me.
And not everyone's as tough as you are.
Dinah could win a wrestling contest with a crocodile.
Roger's worse than that, and you know it.
But they're both adults. And I don't understand why you two think that you know everything about this situation anyway.
Because I know Roger. I know what he's doing. He's using her to get back at everybody who's ever hurt him.
All the more reason not to get Peter involved.
Look, Peter's gonna grow up. He's a little boy right now, but he's gonna grow up and he's gonna make mistakes. And what if one of them was really dangerous or he got involved in something that really might hurt him? Do you think that you would just stand by and watch it happen?
But we're talking about you and Dinah, not me and Peter.
I know, and I know my relationship with Dinah is totally messed up, and I hope yours never is with Peter, but she is my daughter, and she's in trouble, and I have to help her, and I need your help. I really do.
Vanessa, you're asking me to allow my son to be used against his grandfather. How can I do that?
I'm sorry. I have to say something here. I helped bring Peter into this world. I don't want to see him get hurt either.
David,
No, hold on. I'm not finished. The truth is, if Roger Thorpe had his way, he'd have custody of Peter right now. He'd cut you right out of your son's life. You'd be lucky if you ever saw Peter again.
You see?
Roger only became your friend because he knew he couldn't get custody of Peter on his own.
I know that.
And before that, he just blew you off like you didn't even exist. Except as a one-night stand with his son.
Are you bringing this up now for a reason, or what?
Look, I have no more love for Dinah any more than you do. But let's face it, Bridget. She's in over her head with Roger.
And I should care because...
Look, you're not a cold person. And you're not going to get any of us to believe you are. Come on. Now, Vanessa's in a desperate situation here. Otherwise, she wouldn't have come to you with this.
Thanks.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, thank you.
Vanessa, could you, give us a minute?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, Booker, let's go outside and see what we can find, okay? Boy, this stinks. I mean, this really stinks. Why doesn't Vanessa just cut her losses, just cut Dinah out for good?
Could you do that to Peter? No matter what he did?
I really wish everyone would just stop comparing Peter and Dinah. They're two completely different people.
You know, you told me a story about a time when you wanted to run away.
Yeah, which time?
Time you wanted to join up with some motorcycle gang or something like that?
Yeah, when you got mad.
Well, of course I got mad.
Is there a point?
The point is you've been in trouble. And I've been in trouble. We both know what it's like. Dinah's a little older, but she's going through the same thing right now. If Roger knows you're on Vanessa's side, he'll forget about this whole thing, and he'll drop Dinah.
Why are you so worried about saving Dinah?
I'm worried about Vanessa. She's going through hell right now. You don't have to do this for Dinah. You don't even have to do it for Vanessa. Do it for me.
Oh, sweetie.
That's a good boy.
You're such a good boy. Hey, how about if Matt helps you to find a vase or something to put these in, then we can put it on the table and everybody can look at them, okay?
How about that? Come on, buddy. Move this way. Come on.
Listen, this is your decision. It's entirely your decision, whatever you decide.
Hello.
Roger, it's Vanessa.
Well, hello, Vanessa. Well, how good of you to call. Are you reporting in? How's the drilling going on my land?
I hope I'm not calling at a bad time.
As a matter of fact, Dinah and I are a little caught up in something.
Tell her that you can't talk, that we're busy.
Well, you heard it right there from your own sweet daughter's sweet lips, so why don't you call back? Or better yet, why don't you call my secretary and make an appointment?
I want you over at the boarding house right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's not convenient.
Well, I think you'd better make it convenient because this is important and this is something you will want to hear.
Okay. I'm on my way.
You're not going to go over there, are you?
Well, it's apparently important and no doubt concerns you.
You know, she just never gives up. She's always up to something.
Nothing can drag me away from you now.
Beat the policeman. They're in there. They're waiting for their lunch. Ooh, that's delicious.
Hey! How you doing, my big guy? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Oh, boy. Okay. What's the emergency? I'm late for a meeting. You want to sit down? Sit down or stand up or... I assume it's about Dinah, but I think it's all been said.
It's about Peter.
What about him?
It's time for you to make a decision.
About what?
Lose my daughter or lose your grandson.
Drop Dinah or lose Peter. You're not serious.
Oh, I'm very serious. Either you stop seeing my daughter or you don't see your grandson anymore.
You can't do this.
Oh, we can, and we will, Roger.
You see, you have no legal right to him, none at all. You're in Peter's life because Bridget and I allow you to be. But if you don't drop my daughter, that's it. You don't see your grandson anymore.
You hear that, you cutie pie? They want to keep you from seeing your grandpa.
What are you doing?
They want me to go bye-bye, but you don't, do you? You want to keep seeing your papa.
Hey, stop it. Stop it. You leave him out of it. Stop it. Don't use him.
Oh, it's somehow nicer when you do it, huh?
Yeah, and don't compare the two of us, okay?
Okay, time out. I'm taking him upstairs for a nap. Come on, sweetie. Come on, let's go.
Bye-bye, sweetheart.
Come on, honey. Ooh, you. Ooh.
Poppy, I'll see you later.
Or not.
You're trying to blackmail me with my own grandson.
Oh, yeah? Well, what did you think Ross and I were going to do? Just stand around and watch while you ruin our daughter's life?
Oh, this from a woman who allowed her daughter to be raised by circus geeks.
I didn't know.
You didn't care enough to find out. You were too busy being a self-indulgent socialite to give a damn about Dinah.
And you do?
Listen, you kicked her out of your life, you kicked her out of Lewis Oil, you and Ross both, and now you're falling all over yourself because I took her in.
Yeah, for a price, I'm sure.
Oh, come on, she more than earns her keep.
You son of a bitch.
I'll handle this. Who the hell do you think you are?
Let me ask you something. As Peter's uncle, what do you make of all this?
Well, I think you're using Dinah to get back at Ross and Vanessa. And the less Peter sees of you, the better off he'll be.
I love my grandson.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. And that's why you'd probably do anything to protect him, right? Well, I love Dinah and I'm protecting her. So here it is. Your big choice. Take it or leave it. It's Dinah or Peter.
Bridget. You gonna let Vanessa use you and Peter like this?
Bridget agrees with Vanessa.
Really? No matter what the consequences?
Watch your threats, Roger.
She's with us on this.
I think I better hear that from Bridget.
I don't give a rat's rump about Dinah. She's an adult. She made her own decision.
That's right. She's an adult. She's a consenting adult. What we do in private is nobody's business but ours. A fact that seems to be overlooked by Ross and Vanessa.
Okay, well, I think their whole problem with this thing is that, come on, you don't care about Dinah. You're just using her to get back at them.
See, I think you're in over your head and you better get out while you can.
Don't let him scare you, Bridget.
They're using Peter against me this time. Next time, it could be you. Let's say Vanessa decides that a boyfriend of yours is a bad influence on Peter, right? And she decides to deny you access to Peter until you come to your senses. How would you feel about that?
No.
He's trying to manipulate you, Bridget. Show him you're smarter than that.
She's smart, all right. She knows who her friends really are. You remember when Vanessa tried to take Peter away from you? Who helped you fight her? Me.
Helped her? Helped her? I believe that I recall that you tried to get custody of Peter yourself. Listen, he's just trying to use you to hold on to Peter.
Vanessa said she would do anything to keep me away from Dinah. And you are it. You are her patsy of the week. She doesn't give a damn about you or Peter or anybody else, just her precious daughter. The daughter that she decided to give away rather than fight to keep. Fight like you fought to keep your son.
Fair.
Oh, it's fair to use Bridget and Peter against me? That's fair? Let me ask you something. Have I ever interfered in Peter's life? I mean, other than inviting him out for ice cream or to go someplace or giving him presents? I've been a damn good grandfather. And are you going to repay me now by making him a weapon in a battle that's not even yours? She's out to control. That's all you're doing. You're just out to control people.
Bridget.
Next time it's going to be you.
You don't buy that, Bridget.
Bridget, don't let it get to you.
Stand up for yourself. You stand up for your son. Don't let them make Hart's son a pawn.
You dump Dinah, you're never going to see your grandson again.
You made a big mistake, little girl. A big mistake.
Don't threaten my sister, Thorpe. Ever! Yes, the night you waltzed Dinah into the towers and flaunted her in front of her parents like some catch of the day.
You know all about that, don't you?
You hear this, Bridget? You hear this? This is the real Roger Thorpe. He's only your friend when he wants something.
What do you know about it? What do you know about me? Why don't you just stay out of it?
What, and let you hurt the two people I care about? I don't think so, Roger. You know, Vanessa and Bridget have been more than generous with little Peter. They didn't have to let you see him at all.
He's my grandson, damn it. I deserve to be in his life.
Yeah, well then, if you really care about him as much as you say you do, maybe you ought to reconsider their offer. It's either a future with your grandson or a little short-term revenge. It's up to you.
I regret this. I have a right to that child. That child is mine.
Oh, what, like your fancy sports cars, Roger? Like your
You're a fool!
$1,000 suit?
You know that? You're just taken in by the Chamberlains.
Yeah, well, maybe you're right, but I tell you what, the deal still stands as it is, and it's up to you. It's your call.
You're going to be very sorry you came up against me, pal.
Yeah.
Very sorry.
scared to death for her. That's the only reason that I asked you to do this, Bridget.
Your daughter Dinah is a spoiled brat. You have no idea how many guys she's been with. I mean, who knows? Maybe Roger's the cream of the crop.
Oh, he's gonna hurt her bad.
Oh, what? Like Billy hurt you? Like hurt me? Well, that's life, okay? And she's welcome to it. She's welcome to be just as miserable as the rest of us are.
Come on, you don't mean that.
You guilted me into going along with a stupid scheme.
It's not a stupid scheme. It's gonna work. All it takes is for us to hang together.
Excuse me, was I the only one that heard that I'm on the top of Roger's hit list now?
Roger's just trying to intimidate you. Don't let it get to you.
You have no idea. You have no idea how evil this man can be. I mean, tell him about the custody trial and all that stuff. I mean, he was horrible.
He did some terrible things, but look, you know the man. What he does is to prey on people's weaknesses. And if we stay together, he's going to be powerless.
We're not going to let anything happen to you or Peter. We just called him on his bluff, that's all.
Nothing terrible is going to happen, I promise you. He doesn't care. He doesn't care enough about Dinah to risk losing Peter.
Well, he's asleep. He's got such a sweet smile on his face. He must be having a wonderful dream. Little does he know, the people he loves and trusts the most are using him as a pawn.
Look. Roger's going to give in to us. He's not about to leave
Matt,
Peter.
how do you know that something else isn't going on? Something that we have no idea about. There's no way in the world that we could even concoct this in our mind. I mean, he could come after you. He could come after Vanessa. He could come... It's not just about Peter anymore.
Bridget, it's not going to happen.
We crossed a line today. All bets are off. There is no telling what this man is going to do now.